Congratulations to Jim, able to hold on, and he joined Robert as they both advance out of group number 2. Group 1, as we saw earlier, Lonnie and Jackie moving on, Ashley and Matt moving on, and then we will move down here real quick. We got Sean and Jonathan moving on, Jared and Kyle, and then Leslie and Johnny Monica moving on as well. And Killer Breeze plays once asking the most important question of the entire weekend: what's all dressed? And that is, well, first, we're all dressed, but secondly, the best flavor of potato chips, second to ketchup, that you can get. It is a potato chip flavor. So there you go. So we are now awaiting for the brackets to be generated for the second round. So right now, just in a bit of a small hold, what we're going to do real quick is just hold it here as we await the generation, like I said, of the second round brackets. Now, remember, top 16 received buys, top 8 received 2 buys, and top 4. Thank you, Bob. Top 4. My math is just terrible this morning. It's blurry. But the second round brackets have been created, and we're going to go ahead and throw them up on the screen for you guys right now. So there you go. There is your second round brackets. And so we'll be following, and at least starting with Escher Lefkoff's group. So it's going to be Escher, Carlos de la Cerda, Lonnie Langford, and Jackie Olson. And then once they complete their first game, we will bounce around to other games in progress. But those are your groupings that you see there on the screen. Remember, all the women from the previous round moved on, so congratulations to all of them. And I will tell you, and I know people in the hallway and everybody, we're going to be rooting here personally for, Ashley, commentator extraordinaire, big women's champion this year up at Yegpin, and just all around awesome person. So thanks, Ash, for all that you do for the pinball community here in the Seattle metro area. Geek Gamer TV, we've called a few games before, so yes, happy to have you. And hey, Bob's got some comments. What's up, Bob?
Well, I was just looking at the groupings here.
Yeah.
And obviously anything with Escher is going to be interesting, but I think the most interesting grouping of the 6 is Group 2.
Oh, okay.
Because if you look who you've got there, you've got a couple of major champions with Jim and Robert, Travis, who's been kicking butt for the last year or two, and Jermaine, who's been great for a long time. So I think you've got 4 heavy hitters in Group 2.
Yeah.
And of the 6 groups, I think that's the one that actually, is going to be the deadliest group as far as, everybody is out for blood, and they're pretty evenly matched.
Yeah.
As opposed to, Escher and, is probably going to, clean up there. Carlos, I would think, would be the pick for second. But yeah, group 2, that's going to be the group of death. and whichever 2 don't get through are going to be really disappointed,
right?
because they're used to finishing higher than they're going to finish in this case.
So we don't.
I kind of like group 3. I think Matt's going to have his work cut out for him dealing with Luke, Leslie, and Jordan.
Yeah.
Ashley's going to have, he has to deal with Raymond, so that'll be interesting. Anytime you're dealing with Raymond, that's interesting.
Oh, no kidding.
I really like Colin and Adam going through from Group 5. I think they have the definite edge over Jonathan and Kyle. And Group 6, Group 6 is probably the second most interesting group because Derek and Johnny, both from Southern California, know each other well. Jason's been around, for a long time. And Jared's no slouch either, so that's probably the second deadliest group as far as even the weakest link is still pretty strong. So I'd say Group 2, is the strongest overall group, and probably Group 5 second.
Wow.
But there's going to be a lot of interesting matches here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it'd be really interesting to see, how the ladies hold up. I think the best odds are probably for Leslie, just because she's been playing so well lately. But it'd be interesting to see how many of them, survive another round here, given it's going to be a lot harder to survive this round than the previous round.
Awesome.
But it'd be nice to see more of them go through.
Yeah, no, I mean, all these groups, we got many groups of death.
Yeah. Some groups are just deadlier than others.
Yeah. And so our standing rule is we're going to follow the top-seeded group, and that's going to be Escher's group. However, when they're finished their first game, if there's other games that we can move to, we will move, and we'll move our way down.
Yeah,
so
and I would say the group likely to take the longest is Group 2.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, it depends on what they're playing. But I wouldn't be surprised if Escher chooses Foo to start, but we'll see.
All right.
He could choose Foo, he could choose Congo. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what his choices are here.
And what a big grouping here. As you see, that is someone, I believe that is that Lonnie's group. They're playing over there on. No, there's a 2-player game going on over there. Oh, is that amateurs? I'm not sure what's going on over there.
No, they're checking something.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, I think. Are they getting a little practice?
Maybe they're getting practice because they didn't.
They made some modifications, made some changes.
Yeah.
What's that?
They changed the game to put lightnings on it and put new rubbers in.
Okay.
They put lightning
flippers and new rubbers.
Rubbers on.
To have lightning flippers.
Oh, it is.
Like fish tails.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
They also put rubbers on the right ramp. So it's
All right. So there's rubbers on the right ramp now. There's lightning flippers and.
Okay. So they're giving them all 30 seconds of practice, so that since they've made the modifications from the previous round.
Yeah.
And for folks who didn't play it in the previous round and just haven't played it since qualifying. Okay.
And we'll be getting some help here in the commentary department.
Yasmin will be sitting in.
Yeah,
Welcome, Yasmin.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to hand off my headphones to Yasmin right now.
All right, Bob. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Well.
Thank you.
As we play a little bit of musical chairs. All right, so it looks like they finally started over there on Black Rose. We're going to be moving to it right now. So they were just getting some practice. The practice is over, and they are playing some Black Rose. And we're just waiting for the names to populate, so it's going to be just a few minutes as they do that. Are you situated there, Yaz? You are?
I am.
Hey, Yaz.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the booth. Glad to have you here.
Yeah. Good to be here.
Yes, and I don't know if you heard Escher as he was chatting with me, but they've made some modifications to Black Rose.
Oh, did they?
They did. First thing they did is they replaced the flippers, and they put in the lightnings.
Is this compared to yesterday?
Yes.
Okay,
that is correct.
okay.
Yeah, so they've swapped out the flippers, they put in lightnings, and they've also added rubber on that right ramp.
Okay, to make it more difficult
to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I won't repeat the quote that Escher said because I don't know if it's appropriate or not. It's still early.
Was he happy with it or not?
He was not thrilled.
He was not thrilled. They often aren't. They have been practicing these games for a couple of days, and then you want to pick them in the finals, and all of a sudden they play very different because they've been changing them.
Yeah.
So it's basically a brand new game in a way.
So Escher made the pick. This is his group, and that's why he is started first. And we're going to see 4-player game here on Black Rose for the first time this weekend on the stream. And we saw a lot of players just do the rinse repeat, whirlpool, whirlpool.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to get those lock ladders.
Yeah.
You want to get those lock ladders to light your locks on the left side, and the safest way to do it is shoot the whirlpool because the ball comes back to the left flipper and you can make that shot over again.
Now, we kind of saw these kind of modifications of machines last year or 2 years ago, if I remember right, when we had Batman 66 in the lineup.
Yeah.
And Escher had like a 45-minute game during qualifying. That's on YouTube, by the way. It's just on its own on YouTube, the one game. And then they made changes going into the finals on Sunday, I remember, and then nobody picked it.
Yeah, like I sometimes feel a bit weird about making changes just because one player had a really long game on it.
Right. I don't know if that's the ultimate reason, of course.
It sometimes seems like it, though,
Yeah.
because they feel like they need to make changes after one of those players has a good game. But you are looking at players like Escher, who have been world champion and who have done all kinds of other stuff that is pretty amazing. And, of course, they're going to have long games. So I feel like they are not the right people to look at.
Right.
But that's my opinion on this.
No, it's valid. It's very valid.
Yeah. And because you make those changes, and all of a sudden people are not sure how the game is going to play, so you kind of punish everybody with it.
Now, to be a little, I guess considerate to the players, they Jermaine and they allowed them to give a little bit of practice, not a lot, maybe about a minute, if that, of practice, so they can see how the shots are coming off the flippers. But with the lightnings on there and the added rubber on the ramp, it may change a bit of the strategy. Just because obviously now if you don't hit those shots true on the whirlpool, you're going to have that ball be out of control. And so it can be a little bit more riskier depending on what you're going for. So we'll see.
True. I still think that most players will still go for the same strategy.
Okay.
Now, if they had blocked off that ramp, that would be different. But they haven't, so it's still makeable. And a lot of the players that we see here, like Escher and also like Lonnie here, they are players that are very good at making the shots they want to make overall.
Right. Did you get any play on Black Rose at all?
I played it yesterday. I don't know Black Rose that well because you don't often see it, and when you do see it somewhere, it's not always playable that nicely.
Okay.
So I don't know it that well. I got the run-through from Kaylee, so he kind of told me that basically you want to get into multi-ball and you want to spell sink ship, and then after you get out of multi-ball, you want to sink some ships.
Now, he had over
500
million yesterday. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we're going to see that today now with all the changes that they've made.
Yeah.
But if there's anybody that can do it, it'd be a Kaylee. I think
it would be a Kaylee. It would be an Escher.
Raymond, because I know Raymond.
I think it was one of his first games that he had.
I think it was his first game. I think it's his first love, as they say. My first love was, believe it or not, Earthshaker. That was my first game, and had to go find one and just buy it and just stick it in the garage.
People always laugh about mine. My parents, their first game that they bought was a Shack Attack. My mom still has it.
That's interesting. Wow.
My mom still has it, and it gives me a love of Gottlieb.
Oh, for sure. Well, we were hearing the thumping tunes from Hoops earlier, man. I didn't know it had such a good soundtrack. It's groovy.
Okay, so I think we're on ball 2 of this game here.
Now.
And basically, nobody has really been able to do something besides Escher. So let's see what he's going to do. Loading the cannon. This game has like 3 video modes or something, right?
Yes, and because you got the jumping off the ship.
Yeah.
The throwing of the knife. Pluto. I agree with Pluto on that. I mean,
the first game I ever played was also a Shack. It was also a Gottlieb. It was on vacation. It was a Stargate. It just looked so beautiful.
Stargate's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a nice looking game. I like that. So here's Jackie. And now we've seen some players opt not to load the cannon and use the cannon for a ramp shot. Mm-hmm. Is your play just to go and reload?
I actually don't really know because I haven't played it that much.
Oh, okay. All right.
I would probably, going off the strategy that I heard from Kaylee, I would probably try and use it for a ramp shot. Kind of like when on Dirty Harry you load the cannon and it wants you to make a certain shot, and I go for the ramp instead, and I just ignore the shot that it wants me to make.
Oh, man. Jackie obviously trying to get back to the cannon shot. Everyone that she was able to get back to that increases. I believe it doubles, so it goes from 2 to 4, and keeps on going. Hey, Captain Zanzibar, thank you so much for dropping a sub.
Okay, let's see what Lonnie
you.
can do over here. Lonnie is the only Seattle player in this group.
That doesn't even seem fair.
I say Seattle, Renton.
Ren, home of 737 Boeing down there, making like 42 a month. And now
Trying to get control of the ball. And he's shooting the lock shot over there, lock enabled. So he's really trying to get control of the ball here, not really succeeding yet, but there it is. So I think he probably wants to get the ball to the left flipper. We're trying to get the lock shot again. Lock made, there you go. So he's in 2-ball multi-ball, and what I understand of this multi-ball is that you want to re-lock your balls.
Correct, yeah. Get 2 back in, and then you get the 3 going.
Yes, exactly.
And the lock area is going to be on that far left ramp there. You drop right there, yep. The U-turn shot.
And he's out of multi-ball already. These games, like, they've been... Oh, look at that ball.
Come on. And these are fresh, brand new rubbers and flippers. And
maybe there's something on the playfield itself that is blocking it.
There it goes.
Sometimes you've got like an insert at a certain spot that makes it that like you can put new flippers on and it doesn't really matter. So he's just going back into shooting the whirlpool. So when you spot a lock ladder, there you go.
1 minute, yeah.
Okay. There you go, shooting that whirlpool again. So, you get lock ladders by going over the in lanes. So that makes the whirlpool very, very nice. But you also get points by shooting the whirlpool. Like you can get those points up to 1 million over there. But he's back into 2-ball multi-ball. And let's see if he can relock his balls this time. I see we have viewers from the Netherlands. That's very nice. Goedenavond daar iedereen. Okay, so he's trying to get control of the ball. He really wants to separate those balls and get one of them on the right flipper so he can relock them. And he's kind of struggling doing that. Okay, so he's got one of the balls in there, and there is number 2. Perfect. So he's in 3-ball multi-ball right now, and I wonder if he's going to go and try and get those sync ship letters. Okay, getting... Oh man, he's really been struggling trying to separate those balls. Because that was a failed separation for Lonnie, unfortunately. I bet he's going to go back right into spelling lock and shooting the whirlpool. Yeah, I wonder if for like with all the changes these games they have made on this game, I really wonder if people are struggling trying to get their shots in, where maybe yesterday they were having no problem with it. Because for people who don't remember, they've put lightning flippers on it. They've put a bunch of rubbers on the posts next to the right ramp. And you can see them, they're big fat ones. So the gap that you want to shoot there is a lot smaller than it used to be. Okay, lock made, Lonnie back into multi-ball. Oh, and he's out of multi-ball already. Oh, and that's the end of his second ball. I don't think Lonnie is very happy with how he played here. It seems like he kind of struggled getting those balls to separate and making his shots. But hopefully he'll be able to do better on ball 3.
Yeah, the reason why the names are not being displayed right now is they haven't actually been generated in the software yet.
There you go.
So I have nothing to show. So
Good thing we know these people.
yeah, we know these
We
players.
can tell you their names. This is Carlos from Southern California, right?
Yes.
There
yes.
you go.
Yes, Carlos de la Cerda.
Yes.
And I will ask Jermaine real quick about those names, see if he does know about them.
Yeah. So Carlos, I mean, he enabled his lock, but that has to wait for ball number 3. And then we go back to Escher. So far, Escher is in the lead with 18 million. Lonnie, second place with around 11, I think. There you go. And Jackie and Carlos have basically the same score right now. It has been great to see so many people traveling to this tournament. We have, I think, over around 130 players, and I remember a couple years ago when we had like 60 or 70 players at this tournament. So this is very nice.
So question from Bill from Memphis. Welcome to the chat. Wanting to know how we're getting the DMD display being captured. So there's a gentleman out of the UK. I think his name's Dr. DMD. Makes something called a DMD extender. It's a custom piece of PCB that he created that basically, with the use of a Raspberry Pi, basically intercepts the DMD signal, and through the use of a Raspberry Pi, makes that HDMI output a DMD output that you can use to run to capture software, or some people just run it to a separate TV screen next to their game. So yeah, it's that's one of the things I try to do here at the Northwest Pinball Championships. Is try to do direct capture whenever possible. It looks great for streams, and so yeah, that's what we get to do. So here's Escher with his third and final ball.
Yeah, and
sitting in the lead.
he was using the cannon to shoot the ramp, so he's totally ignoring what the cannon is actually supposed to be used for, and using it to shoot the ramp. Fun fact about the DMD: the one on the game is actually a color DMD.
That's
but
right. Yeah, the color DMD is separate because it creates the colors for the game custom. But our interception doesn't do that.
I'm old-fashioned when it comes to DMDs, and I like the original colors.
The orange and
the orange or the reds.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do know a lot of people like the color DMDs.
Well, it's a nice upgrade if you want to still retain the DMD feel, but add a little bit more. And it looks cool. I mean, the water has blue to it.
Shark is gray.
Shark is gray. The dude is wearing shorts, and you can see him. And so yeah, no, it's really cool. It's nice effect.
Okay, let's see what Jackie can do here. She's at 8 million right now. She's shooting the cannon there. Oh, the cows. Bully and Williams, they do sure like to put cows in their games.
All right. We finally have names. Yay!
Oh, it actually says Carlos is from Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, I thought he was of California.
I always play against him in California.
Okay.
You know, like
at Indisc, right?
at Indisc, at Pinball at the Lab, where we're going there in 2 weeks. So I guess I just assumed that everybody I see there lives in Southern California.
It's either California, BC, Portland, Chicago, all the classic places.
So Jackie there ending her third ball with around 10 million, I think. Oh, 20 million. Oh, and she beat Escher. Look at that.
Oh, my word.
She barely beat Escher.
Wow.
Good job, Jackie.
Thanks for the follow there, Chuck Casey. All right.
Those were some fast, a lot of millions per minute, by the way. Her MPM was high.
Yeah, Pluto, be easy on Escher when you talk to him, because I know he wasn't pleased about the changes on Black Rose.
So let's see what Lonnie's going to do. Is he going to try and reload the cannon, or is he just going to go back into Whirlpool?
Oh, nice shots.
People just sticking with their strategy. It was interesting because Jackie definitely used a different strategy. She was using that cannon,
Oh, now
and it was paying off for her.
that might have been savable with the previous flippers, a little
Could
bit
have been.
longer. Just want to remind people, if you're just joining us, Black Rose has been modified since open qualifying, and they've added lightning flippers. So the lightning flippers, if you don't know, they are shorter. They're, I think, what is it, 1/8 of an inch shorter, if I remember right. And then the right ramp there, that whirlpool ramp, there are 2 rubbers added to those outside posts. So just to make those shots a little bit more unpredictable if you miss. And so you'll see saves. Oh, I think that went right off one of those posts.
He hit that rubber.
Yep.
So that ends this game here. Jackie edging out by
Wow.
just like 100,000.
That is an incredible win there
With
for Jackie.
4 points, Escher 2 points, Lonnie 1 point, and Carlos with 0 points.
So since we still have, so what we're going to do is we're going to move over to Group 2 right now, who's playing over there on
Mystery Castle.
Mystery Castle.
Okay.
Names are updating. There we go.
So we have Jermaine, Robert, Jim, and Travis.
Now, the only reason why we don't have capture over here, this is first off, a Gottlieb game. Secondly, or Alvin G and Company, sorry. And then and we're using the mobile rig over here, so we can cover these 2 extra games. If you are sensitive to flashing lights, please be careful, because this game has been flashing up a storm on video. Not so much in person.
At least we can see the scores right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes this game gets into a mode and you only see a dancing skeleton for the rest of the game.
Oh, wow.
But we're seeing that Jermaine is very much ahead right now, so it makes sense that he picked this game. He's got 140 million points, where the rest is around 1 million or 20 millions, I think I saw. 9 million, 12 million, and 27 million. And they are on ball too, so Jermaine is putting on a really big lead here. So I know this game just a little bit because it's been Jim and Carl liked putting this in Indisc.
Oh.
So we've seen it a bunch there. And you want to collect all the things that are on the middle of the play field, like these items right there.
And how do you collect those?
I think there are modes. I think you have to make like a certain shot and then a mode is lit.
Okay.
It will say like item on like a ramp or a shot, and it will start that mode. And a few of the modes are multi-balls. Sometimes it's kind of so this game. It's kind of funny. It's got that upper flipper on the left, but there's no shot that directly feeds the upper flipper. So it's kind of difficult to get it to that upper flipper on purpose and being able to shoot the upper ramp if you need to.
So ball 2. Jermaine right now sitting in the driver's seat.
Jermaine in multi-ball. With
Oh, there's a
dancing
Lazarus.
skeletons.
Coming back from the dead like a skeleton.
50 million jackpot. Nice, look at that.
Wow, that was so smooth.
Oh, that was a little bit of a fumble on Jermaine's part. One of his balls just drained, and it didn't bounce the way it did for his other ball. 250 millions.
Now here is Hunter number 2, Robert Gagnon. When Robert shoves the, all right, what's the over-under on, I got to ask you now, Yaz, what's the over-under on Robert tilting? Because we've been seeing it so much this morning on the first round. It's the shake, tilt, hands up, like, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't tilt. The machine did it.
Yeah. that is a typical Robert move.
Yes.
Yeah, you wanna like put like a bet in the chat or something?
It's going to be a real simple poll. I'm going to put a poll up. New poll here.
The question is, how tiltable has this game been?
I haven't seen it, so that's the thing. Yeah, I haven't seen it at all. quick poll here. It's going to be a 2-minute poll. Will Robert tilt? Hey, thank you, Scott. Yeah, man. And it's really, it's thanks to all of you. We eclipsed 10K followers over the weekend. We finished the night on Friday on our streamiversary at 9999. But through the course of yesterday and this morning, you all have pushed us well over the top. So thank you so much. Been doing this for streaming online for over 15 plus years. And so awesome. So thank you so much for all of you who have decided to follow. For those of you who decided to sub or just hang out and watch us. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Okay. So there is a poll right now. Will Robert tilt? Oh, I should do a prediction. Oh, I should do a prediction. You want me to start a predict? I could do that. I forgot about that.
While you guys are doing a prediction, Robert here is shooting jackpots. He's at 90 millions right now. Let's see which shot he will go for next. There's just a lot of stuff blinking on this playfield. And I don't know this game well enough to know which shot he actually needs to make right now.
All right, so this is going to be a quick prediction. And I'm going to end the poll. So sorry, no poll, no votes. I threw it out.
Well, everybody that predicted no tilt.
Yeah, no, you got to put your money in the game.
We still have one more ball to go.
That's true.
One more ball to go.
Pluto is all in on no. But you know, the thing though is Robert may get desperate on that third ball. If he's really behind, he's going to get more aggressive.
Yeah. So Jim
Balsito
here, he knows this game because he has this game and he's been putting it in Indisc.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's just not fair. We rarely see these kind of titles up here, and then Jim's like, yeah, this is perfect.
But I think Jermaine is the one that picked it. You know, you always need to pick to your own strengths, not to what you think your opponent's weakness is. So if you feel comfortable on this game, and even though you know your opponent probably knows the game as well, you should still pick it because you need to. I think you need to pick to your own strengths.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if I saw like a Whirlwind, Funhouse, and Earthshaker in a lineup, I'd be like, this is home. This is great. So yeah, of course. You play with what you know.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be picking hoops right now because I don't know that. So, but Jim here, chopping wood. He's got some distance to cover.
Yep.
And he obviously, since he plays this a lot, he knows. So we'll see.
I've been challenging Jim to make the high stakes tournament at Indisc Gottlieb only. He's got plenty of weird Gottliebs, so he could do it. Oh, he's not happy with that.
Oh, Pluto in the chat. Dalton will send you his resume to apply for the prediction creation position. Make sure you check your email. Yeah, it's an open position right now. All right, Hunter number 4. Here's Travis making his way out from Oklahoma City. Wearing his pinball profile shirt. Currently ranked 23rd in the IFBA, so really top caliber player here, making the trip. We love it when people come in from out of town to hang out.
Okay, let's see what Travis can do over here. Yeah, so like all the different items that you have on the playfield that you can collect, they are different modes. This one here, he needs to shoot the bridge, which is one of the ramps. I think the one he was actually shooting, unfortunately, he drained. But some modes are worth more than others, and some are worth going for. Well, others are just dangerous because there's ones that just want you to like shoot these shots down here. How do I clear the thing?
The clear button. It's there.
It is right there.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
So, just to kind of give you guys some fun update here, 58% yes, 42% no. Will Robert tilt this game? So, it is leaning towards the yes side, but we'll see here on this third and final ball as Jermaine is going to try to extend his lead.
Okay, let's see what he does. He is getting.
Yeah, just as a reminder, the flickering is being more caused by our camera with the LED effect than anything else. In person, players aren't having to deal with this that badly.
I mean, there's still a lot going on.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot going on, but it's not as intense, I would say. Especially the flickering on the DMD back glass. It does not do that in person. It's just the refresh rate. So obviously, Jermaine picking this machine. Maybe he got a lot of practice on it before setup. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Now, was this at his house?
I don't know.
Okay.
I do know that Jermaine will sometimes buy games over the year that he knows he will put in this tournament. So it's totally possible that this was one of those games. But it could also be that this is somebody else's game that they put here, because I think like how they get the games for this tournament is making a selection of games that people have around here that are helping around. I think some of the bars like put some of their games in this tournament. And sometimes it's from people's home collections. But don't know about this one specifically. Would be nice to put a sign on all the games and to know whose
Yeah, I
games
agree
they are.
with that. Kind of like at the Northwest Pinball Show, like, who brought
Yeah.
this machine in. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Good call. There's you can see Escher there over the right shoulder of Jermaine in the shot, keeping an eye on the play.
Pluto is saying that he's waiting for Jermaine's ball to end so he can complain about Black Rose.
Yeah, Escher's like, I need to have a conversation
Yeah.
with you. Why'd you make those changes, Jermaine?
So he's starting another item. Okay, there's a moving jackpot on this game.
So Electric Arcade is asking, why did he swap out the flippers after the qualifying? And honestly, I think it just comes down to trying to prevent the 45-minute game, if you will. A lot of players were just utilizing some really simple rinse-repeat strategy. And by swapping out the flippers as well as adding the rubbers to that ramp, it just makes that game just a bit harder, perhaps, to change some strategy and create a little bit more risk in the strategy as well by like adding the rubbers and things like that. So it has been done before. We've seen it happen, like I said, a couple of years ago with Batman 66 and how that game was playing not only for Escher but some of the other players as well. And so, but really, the only true way to know for sure is by asking the man himself. So maybe we can get Jermaine on later or just get a brief explanation. We're just curious, of course.
I'm pretty sure that what you say is correct.
Yeah.
It could be something set for trying to set those games up like that before
Yeah, and I think
qualifying.
that's the goal, I think.
You cannot do it during qualifying because
No.
once people have started playing the game, you cannot really modify the game for the people that are playing after that and give them a disadvantage. Like, you need to keep it as equal as possible during qualifying.
We got players through the window playing cornhole. I don't think I've ever seen that before. On the other side of the bank here, I'm seeing these bean bags just flying back and forth. But yeah, now at least when they started the finals here, any players that hadn't had any practice on Black Rose did get a minute of practice. So at least they get a light feel of the machine and the changes.
Yeah. Can
It's not just abrupt like that. You don't get to check it. So at least there's some courtesy. Meanwhile, Jermaine is just padding his lead now.
He sure is.
Almost $500 million now, 500 million.
At least he's holding his bonus over till the next ball. That's nice.
Now, is this ball 2 or ball 3?
Ball 3. There's
Oh.
no next ball.
I was questioning myself. Yeah.
It just said like bonus held. I was like, well, that's nice, isn't it?
I was going to ask, does he get bonus twice because of that?
I mean, I think a game should do that if it gives you a bonus held.
I
from ball
thought,
3.
like, doesn't like fishtails do that? I want to say.
I don't know. We just bought a fishtails, but it isn't working yet, so I can
Oh.
tell you next year.
Okay, all right. So Jermaine there finishing with 633 million, and now all the bettors are watching Robert with great intensity as he puts his intensity into the game.
Going for those millions.
Only 500 to go. I mean, oh, wow. I thought he would have tried for a big nudge there. He didn't.
I think he got his dad to bet no,
Oh,
and he's trying to get those.
I'm sorry. Oh, I can read lips. Great long ball in Magic Castle there, Jermaine. Had what's up? Oh man. All right. Prediction is out. The result is no. Congratulations to the winners. Oh.
Okay, let's see what Jim will do over here. He's got some work to do. He's in mega mode. He's getting some jackpots going. I like the jackpot sound. I'm not sure if we can actually hear it on the
Yeah,
screen, but I'm hearing it. Yeah, that one. Perfect.
It's like you're warming up a phaser or something.
Yeah.
So Jim here about 30 million away from passing Robert.
Mm-hmm. And many more millions away from passing Jermaine.
Yeah. You know, I was talking to, Bob about it earlier, asking him, and I'll ask you the same question. Does it get in your mind, do you look up and go, well, I got 500 million to go, so, you don't think about it, or does it get in your mind a little?
I do think it really depends on the player. I think you want to just try and I bet he's thinking oh, I've beat Robert now, that's good.
Yep,
I've got
I passed. I got a point.
I've got a guaranteed point.
Yeah.
And then you just want to, you may think oh, I cannot beat Jermaine right now, but you want to make the difference as big as possible for Travis to pass you. And maybe when you get closer to Jermaine, you're oh wait, maybe I can do it. But I feel like it really depends on the player.
Yeah.
Some people just really play their own game and they don't even want to know what their opponent is doing.
Well, that's one thing I kind of like about during qualifying, just one player games, because obviously it's just you're just thinking about what you need to do to do the best, and maybe having just have that same philosophy, or at least trying to have that same philosophy when you're playing this. Hey, thanks for the follow there, Hetty87.
But yeah, he's definitely beat Robert right now. Another 50 million there.
Drake,
Oh, some
Chuck
Doom.
Casey, and Rock and Roll Tomorrow. Thank you all for the follows, by the way, if I didn't get you. Is this empty? I don't think it's pulling from this battery on the USB-C. I know. I mean, it's weird. It's not lighting up, so I don't know why. Maybe it's this particular charger.
Which
It's USB-C. I got my little brick here. Let me pull it out.
Okay. Jim has some dancing skeletons, so we may not see any scores for the time being.
We see horns, though.
We see horns, and sometimes it will tell us like how much a jackpot is. But right now, it's just going to be a big surprise at the end of end of this game.
It's something with that USB-C port, Joe, because it's working fine on that brick. It works fine with this one, but it won't work with this one. Oh, wait, I might have turned off. I might need to get turned back on.
Oh, now we have some. All eyes are moving on the jackpot. So let's see where the. Let's see if we get to control the ball, and let's see where the jackpot is hiding. That was a nice bounce over there. A nice catch. This game is so funny.
Oh.
It's like, you know what? We really like this dancing skeleton here. Who needs scores?
Nah, we don't. No. You don't get scores anymore.
No.
Watch me.
Do you think they used motion capture for that animation?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, spare to no expense. I mean,
Yep.
if you're going to get motion capture, you're going to put them on the screen the whole time.
Yes.
Get your money's worth. Dance it off.
Okay, let's see what Jim ended up with. I don't think he passed Jermaine.
Whoa,
But
wow,
he
that
came
was close.
close.
Jeez.
And I think that kind of shows like he did really know that game because I felt like he got his points super fast.
Yeah. So here's Travis now. And his first goal is going to be trying to pass Robert.
To at least get 1 point.
Get a single on that.
Yeah, there's just so much going on in this game.
Oh,
It's
man.
difficult to follow.
I have to look away at times, too, just because of the flickering lights.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, that is intense. Unfortunately, drain there from Travis,
Yeah.
so will not be able to pass Roberts. Roberts able to at least secure a point. So Jermaine, congratulations, picking up 4. Jim with 2, Robert with 1, and Travis with 0,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Are we going to go back to Escher's group?
Yes, we will.
They
We're
are on dialed in.
dialed in indeed.
Do we also have a nice feed from this one?
We do indeed.
Perfect.
Direct capture for the win.
Very nice.
I think this was Raymond's old machine.
Oh.
Yeah, because so when we opened the back glass to get ready to install our direct capture equipment, there was already something there. And Raymond was telling us he put something there way back when. He doesn't remember when that splitter that was there. The only unfortunate thing, though, is if it gets turned off at any time, then we have to go back over there. Joe, we've got it down to a fine tooth, maybe a minute or 2 delay, but we have to resync everything.
Oh, okay.
But because they use actually 3 different screens in that game. So you got the screen that you see, the big one, and then you got the Quantum Theater, and then you got the phone. And if it's not on in a certain order, then the screens will shift around, and then all of a sudden you'll have the big main screen in the theater. So, and then yesterday, we didn't even realize this. Escher let us know that the phone screen, while the outside border and all the points were registering correctly, the screen itself was black. And no one told us. We had no idea.
Oh, so you had to kind of like guess what was going on there?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
But players, Escher let us know afterwards, and we fixed it all up. But yeah, great fun here.
As you can see, Escher is such a controlled player. He just had the ball come into the right in lane and just, I don't know what it's called, but use that little hop where you get flipper up and kind of use that.
Like a ski jump. I've heard that term or a little.
No, he was
oh,
like
not
the
that?
ball
Oh.
came through here, and the flipper went up, and he used this post to kind of like
Oh,
let the ball
post-
settle there.
Well, kind of post trap, post
Kind
catch.
of a post.
Yeah, post catch.
Yeah, but that was. Is it called that when the ball comes through the inline too?
I think so because you're
Okay.
still using the post to just kind of stop it, so it may not matter. Yeah,
Post
post
trap.
trap, catch.
Anyway, it looks really cool,
Yeah,
and
it
I
does.
always admire people that can do it.
Postman.
So Escher is putting up an amazing lead here, and we're getting some selfies of him.
Yes. Look at all those great selfies.
Yeah.
Oh, picks up a danger.
So it's been a while since
Oh.
I've played Dialed In. Tell me, what do we do?
Well, I'm always trying to modes. And so now I don't know if that's the sound strategy, but basically getting that phone lit. You can light that phone by hitting that dude, the electric man, that kind of goes back and forth in the center. There's also all these phone targets as well. There's a phone target there on the right in front of the phone. But essentially, getting into that phone once it's lit green, we'll start that mode. And then, of course, getting those locks. Oh,
Get your multi-ball going?
get your multi-ball.
Yeah. And I do know that if you get the Big Bang, that will complete your mode.
Now, collecting SIM cards, Turbo35 in the chat is correct, are big helps and big parts of the game. I just don't remember clearly how you collect those. It might be if you complete the mode successfully, you get a SIM card, if I remember right, but it's been a blur. I haven't played much Dialed In lately.
It sounds correct to me what you said there.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not too sure either. I do know that
Oh,
you can complete
side.
a mode in one go by
Yep.
the Big Bang.
Finish a
Yeah,
mode, collect above Big Bang Light Shot, and that will get your SIM card.
there you go.
Also, Jersey Jack breaking the mold a bit with not billion point scores. It's like it feels like just normal scores, you know.
Okay. Lonnie over here. I'm dialed in. Not happy with that ball. All danger shared evenly with each player.
All right, you guys got another prediction coming right now. This is going to go real fast, and that is, who do you think is going to win this game of Dialed In? Now, we already see a big score put up by Escher, but that may not mean anything. So you do get some heads up here, but we'll see. A lot could happen.
So Carlos over here.
Now, there's a couple of, I guess, little nods and Easter eggs. Do you know about those, Yaz?
In this game?
Yeah.
I mean, I've probably seen some of them, but tell me about them.
Well, so the game is designed by Pat Lawler.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, one of the modes is called Whirlwind.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So not together, not like one word like the pinball machine, but there's some just small little nods to some of the other stuff.
I mean,
that
did he also do Earthshaker?
He did. He did indeed.
So he's basically like, you know, all the like natural disasters I've put into my games. Let's put them all into this game.
Yeah, let them live here. Hey, picks up the SIM card. That's some big points. 100,000 now. That's a big bonus. Big points. I just moved it to another port because I'm going to
Okay.
try to do a daisy chain thing here.
Okay, we're back to Escher.
All right. Also, fun fact, the familiar phone voice is named Mandy, the same person who did Candy security system on Safecracker. I love Safecracker. Why don't we have that as a tournament machine? Come on.
I played Safecracker in a tournament once, and during one of my balls, or during one of my times, because it's a time-based game, the right upper flipper broke, and the right lower flipper broke, and it drained my ball. But because it's a time-based game, they cannot just give you a compensation ball. They had to give me compensation time. Luckily, the game was on stream, so they could kind of see where I was on my time on the game.
Well, we had two replay requests yesterday. I've never had that before in all my years of streaming tournaments. But they went to the instant replay to get some ruling clarifications. But, Safecracker can be set to normal ball play. You don't have to use the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can go
they didn't do it. They used the time thing. This was at the women's tournament at Indisc 2 years ago. While we were talking about Mandy and Candy and Safecracker, we're already on player 3. So both Escher and Jackie went really quickly through their second balls. And Lonnie is finally getting some ball time on this game because his first ball, he definitely was not happy with that. Another post trap over there. So he's going to he's trying to backhand into that phone.
Well, everybody put all their money in on Escher. It's 100%. The whole prediction went to Escher in the chat. So we'll see if any spoilers occur.
And
wow.
do you think that may have happened because he already put up a great ball 1?
Well,
when you put the prediction in?
Yeah, possibly. but then, I look at player 4 and Carlos. Carlos has a chance to play spoiler here. He's got a SIM card. And so he obviously knows what he needs to do to play this game. So I wouldn't count any of these other players out from surpassing.
I mean, to be fair, anybody can play spoiler here because they've all managed to qualify, and all you need is one good ball.
Well, Jackie already did that on game 1. We saw that. She's sitting with 4 points. So yeah, that feels real good. Oh, you didn't? You said Jackie. Oh, okay. It didn't show that here on the prediction outcome. We got a bug here, Pluto. We need to submit a bug report. So. It just says 100% on my screen. Oh, left sling to the right out lane drain for Lonnie. Ouch.
Yeah.
You're going to walk that off. I don't blame you. So here's Carlos. Sitting in second place currently with 275,000.
Okay.
And chat's pulling for Carlos. Oh, nice little flipper frenzy there. But oh no! Oh,
He's doing some flipper juggling.
Yeah, nice live catch there. Got a 2-ball multi-ball going right now. Now that there is I would call a fairly generous ball save when you compare it to all the other tournament machines. It's like 5 seconds. It's like an eternity.
You mean it's there? That
it's
makes
there.
it generous, right?
It exists. Yeah. I mean, the only change, on the back glass that they made on this game is just set the kickback to hard. That's it. I mean, and of course set it up for tournament settings in general, but like, no extra balls and things like that. But yeah, they didn't really do a lot of modification, which is kind of nice to see.
It is kind of nice to see. Like, I've seen some weird modifications in my life as a pinball player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you think one of the weirdest you've seen?
The weirdest one probably was actually on Earthshaker.
Was it like a toothpick underneath the flipper?
No.
Oh, okay.
So you know that scoop? I think it's the 5 scoop.
Yeah, on the
yeah.
left. Yeah.
They made it kick out the other way.
What?
Yeah.
That's just mean.
It was really mean and it was weird, and I feel like it was unnecessary because it's not like Earthshaker is like an easy playing game or something.
Were they just trying to easily prevent the side ramp shot? Just the
I
feed
think
out?
so, but I also think they kind of just thought like, hey, at tournaments they make modifications, so we need to make modifications. Another thing they did was on Junkyard, they made it that the ball, what do you call that thing that destroys things?
The ball on the chain.
The ball on the chain.
Yeah.
It was permanently down.
Wait, so no chain?
I mean, the chain was there.
Was it like a
But
stick?
it wouldn't come up. So if you wanted to shoot it into the hole, you have to like shoot the ball out of the way first and then try and get it into the hole.
I kind of like that.
I didn't. No, because
That's not, I mean, it's
because
innovative.
it's not like that shot is easy to make by itself
Yeah.
when the ball is not there. And it basically, they also nerfed the dog, the video mode, which I understand, but it made it there was nothing else to go on that game. It was just a weird modification. It was kind of like, we don't really want you to play pinball. We're going to take the flippers out.
No.
That's what it felt like.
Oh, I know that feeling. Yeah. Well, here we go. Third and final ball. Escher looking to build upon his lead.
And Carlos coming really
Yeah,
close
Carlos is close.
to destroy everybody's
Destroying
hopes.
everybody's predictions.
Yeah.
Don't forget the stretch.
Danger, danger. Buddy's got his ball.
Also has a combo multiplier working. So right now, if he's able to, hit those roving arrows, those are worth some really good points. Hey, thanks for the subscription there, Morgoth 00. Using your Amazon Prime benefit, you get a free sub on any Twitch channel. Thanks for using it with us. Thanks for spending Jeff Bezos' money. Use your credits.
So somebody's talking here about Escher being very happy with his co-pilot Carlos. So like, this is like.
That's just Pluto kind of needling Escher a little bit.
Yeah, but here's something serious because like
the
this
points,
is something
right?
that Kaylee says. No,
Yeah.
well that too, but Kaylee likes playing against good players. It makes him play better.
That makes sense.
So and I think that all these players here have that too. That you're like playing against somebody good. You feel like you need to put your best in. You really have to take this super seriously. If everybody's just like fumbling around, you feel like you may not have to take it as seriously, and you may not play as good as you could.
I can see that for sure. I mean, if I was seeing other players, not doing so well, I'd be like, all right, well, I guess it's okay then. I don't have to be as good or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's.
But you have to like, you have to like play your best game. Like you can be in an amazing lead going into ball 3, but you still have to, try your best on ball 3 because the other players can do the same thing.
I would be quick, high voltage multi-ball. Yeah, I would almost be tempted to just cover the score, personally. I wouldn't want to just look up and accidentally see it. Just like, nope. Picks up a SIM card. Big points there. Another letter. So now Escher's about ready to move into the million-point category. A big bang.
Oh, got some acid rain going on.
Now 3x on the multiplier. He also has his lock lit on the side ramp that he would have to hit with that upper right flipper. Almost one of the hardest side ramps in pinball. I still think Whirlwind has one of the hardest side ramps in pinball.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah.
Yeah, probably by design that Pat Lawler said, hey, we're going to make the lock shot just as hard on that side ramp. Also has that kickback. Yep, Pluto, nice eye on that. So he's got good things going here.
He's going to try and get that big bang.
You can see Escher
lit.
talking to himself, calming himself down. Oh, he was going for that shot. Here he goes again, nails it.
There we go.
Nice shot. Dalton says, I heard someone tilt Black Rose. It was not Robert. Or was it? Just passing 1 million points. Escher starting chaos in Quantum City.
Are we seeing a wizard mode here? Is that what's happening?
Is chaos?
Seems like it.
It is very, very busy right now. Wow. He's getting all these back.
This shows like how often I've played Dialed
Yeah,
In.
this is Wizard. This is the Wizard mode. Doc Banner confirming for us in the chat. Ball save off. Super jackpots now. 1.2 million and climbing.
The super jackpot, it says, I think was 175,000.
Oh, it's a mini Wizard mode. Chaos in Quantum City is led after your 5th phone mode.
Oh, okay.
So Escher's got 2 in the almost a Lazarus. Someone got that back. Super jackpot for 2 times player 3's score. Wow. Oh. Escher unable to nudge that back into play, but still very, very solid ball.
Very nice.
Wow. So Escher's going to finish there with 1.3 million. If I'm reading that right, I might need to get my ice check.
I think you're reading that correctly.
Oh, Jackie. We feel you on that one. We really do. All right, Lonnie Langford. So Lonnie is already guaranteed a point, being past Jackie at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So his next goal is Carlos.
Yes. And then his goal is
Just
building
play.
as much of a lead as he can, and if he can, beat Escher while he's at it.
Yeah, might as well. Finish it off.
Well, at least he's got the skill shot. I always feel like big points is just like ironically in every game.
Yeah.
Because they never seem that big.
Well, especially not on Dialed In when it's not like a billion or something ridiculous like Attack from Mars where everything felt like a billion points.
Isn't there a game that also has bigger points?
Than that? Gosh.
No, like it has big points, but then you can also get bigger points.
Yeah, big and bigger points. Why do I feel like it's like a game show or one of those, System 11 games back then? All right. Has phone available.
Yes.
Ghostbusters has bigger bonus, bigger points.
I feel like Sopranos also has something like that, but I'm not entirely sure.
So Lonnie was able to activate the hurry up on that left ramp, but unable to snap it quickly. Missed it. But does have phone, so no, he's going to post transfer. What he's doing here? Lock is available, so I wonder if he's going to
try and get it through
orbit
the middle.
around. Yeah. Middle to the feet. No, backhand.
I think so. I think he post passed because he prefers.
It's a safer shot.
It's a safer shot from the post pass than it is from the left flipper. It's kind of like, Chair on Adam's Family. Doing it with the left flipper is easier than trying to do it with the right flipper.
So just to give you all a brief update of other games in progress and standings and stuff while we see Lonnie, because 2 groups have already finished 2 games. Raymond Davidson has secured himself into the next round, winning on Black Rose with 148 million. So right now, going into the 3rd game, Raymond has 8 points. Roland Nadeau with 4 points, and then Ashley and Sean with 1. So it's going to be a battle of 2nd place there as Raymond has cashed in. Now, there is technically a tiebreaker possibility if Raymond gets last and Roland gets first. We could have a tie for 8, but we'll see what happens there.
And there's also tie.
Yeah, another sub-tie.
Tie opportunities. There's also tie opportunities for...
Second.
for 2nd place. Like but Roland, yeah, like needs to get like 1 point then.
Yeah. Just
And then one of the other two, like either Ashley or Sean, gets the 4 points. Then there will be another tie.
Lonnie here with the 2-ball multi-ball mode. He picks up super. About 200,000 points away from catching Carlos.
Yes.
Checking on Group 5, that is Colin Urban, Adam Lefkoff, Jonathan Soon, and Kyle Reedy. Really too close to call. Colin with 6 points, Adam with 1, Jonathan with 2, and Kyle with 5. And all the other games are currently still in progress. So, but we will give you guys a brief update after the conclusion of this game. We'll browse real quick on the standings and find another game to move back to. But Lonnie able to keep the multi-ball train going.
Mm-hmm.
Jess gets around on the ramp. Yeah, there is one more group of players with buys that are still waiting in the wings. One of those gentlemen that I think you know, Kaylee. Yeah,
I happen to know him.
yeah, you know him.
Yeah.
I thought it was great yesterday. I noticed when you guys were in qualifying, you guys were playing side by side over there, Mystery Castle and
I was playing Black Knight.
Black
yeah.
Knight, yeah. How is it like that? Do you even are you aware that he's right next to you, or are you so zoned in like it doesn't even matter?
I mean, I'm aware that he's there, but I'm definitely just trying to play my game because I know he's not watching anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. Yeah, top 4, Kaylee, Z-Mac, Jared, and Carl. Thanks, Dalton Pinball.
Yeah, I do think it's funny. Like we have a stance.
Yeah.
Mine is a bit wider than his, but both are kind of the same in a way.
The
so
power
that's fun.
stance.
Yeah, and some people think that like one of us like stole the stance from the other, but we both developed our stance individually.
Yeah.
And then we met.
I like your stance. Let's go out. Let's play some pinball. Here
Yeah.
we go. Yeah.
Perfect, right?
Yeah.
So let's see what Lonnie's doing. I think he probably wants some of those locks, right? Like there's a lock light up there.
So, yeah, I would be going theater and lock, but nope, not doing that.
Oh.
I think I was trying to hit that target back there. Didn't quite make it up all the way.
Yeah.
Oh.
He did not manage to beat Carlos
No,
there.
we did not.
So Carlos is now on his way to chasing Escher.
Well, that's a good bonus. 87K is nothing to shake at, but definitely not quite enough to pass Carlos. So
No.
Carlos, real simple. He's locked in for 2 points, but he wants 4.
Yes. Yeah, and like this kind of shows like Lonnie just had his first 2 balls just weren't good, but it shows that he could do it,
Right?
Carlos has his lock lid and gets some warnings on the
Oh,
way.
nice shot. That's a tough shot. Phone is activated. Or charged, I should say. Oh.
He's, see, I think that's why...
I would backhand, yeah.
That's why Lonnie went for the backhand,
Yeah.
because, you miss, you hit one of those rubbers on the side, and the ball just kind of goes crazy.
Oh, that looked like a reject. But yeah, post-transfer, backhand.
Yeah.
Oof, oof.
Oh.
Wow, another
No.
reject. All right, got it. Oh, no, gosh. Oh, no. You saw it right there. He was, and sometimes I think we get a little trapped in our mind in like, all right, I'm getting this shot. I'm going to get this shot. This is my shot. And sometimes it's just best to move on.
Yeah, but sometimes it's all you need. Like it's
Yeah.
like on World Cup soccer, you need to start your multi-ball, and all
Oh,
of a sudden
God.
that scoop is the most difficult shot out there.
It got so small.
Yeah.
You can't even, wow. Well, congrats there to Escher. Escher is won that one. So
Escher at 6 points, Jackie staying at 4, Lonnie's got 2 points, and Carlos also on 2 points.
All right, let me, before we switch to another game, we'll give you guys a quick update here on the standings so you guys can see what is going on. Remember, these games, a lot of them are still in progress, and a lot of things are still kind of too close to call, as they say. So, looking at what we can go to, we are gonna we're gonna kind of wait because I think Escher. Hey, Escher, where we going? Mystery. All right. So they're gonna be going to Mystery. And so we'll just hold it here for a moment.
Do you want to go to Foo Fighters while we're waiting?
Well, once we go to Foo Fighters, I don't want to leave them.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and they're already on their third ball anyway.
Okay. Are there people on Mystery Castle right now?
There is not.
Okay.
So they're going to be going to Mystery Castle here in a moment. So we're just going to hold for a second. Yeah, just because they're about finished on Foo Fighters. Derek Price already locked in his score on Foo Fighters, completed his game. He's at 103,000. But all the other three players, Jason Werdrick, Jared Garvey, and Johnny Monica, still have their third to go. Group 4 is not playing right now. No one else is playing. Except we do have Jim Belcito on Black Knight Swords of Raid, but we don't have a camera on that, so we can't move to that either. So we're
just going to have to wait.
Just going to have to hold a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to refresh now. Let's see. Yeah, the new games have not been pushed, but I do see somebody playing on Black Rose. They're on ball 2. But there they go. They're going right over to Mystery Castle right now.
Perfect.
And here we go. So that order that you see there may not be correct, even though Escher is first. And the updated points have not occurred yet. So I'll have to...
You're up.
So I'm going to close that for now, not to confuse anybody. So this is the third and final game. And the scores have not been updated yet.
So let's talk about the things that can happen in this group right now.
Right. So Escher's got 6 points.
Yes.
So, and then...
Carlos is at 2.
2.
Lonnie at 2. And Jackie at 4.
Right. So if Jackie is able to pull, I want to say at least a second, I think that would lock her in. Escher with 6 would like to get at least a third.
Yeah.
That would prevent any kind of potential tiebreak possibility.
Yeah, and even like for example, let's say Escher picked this game. Let's say Escher wins this game.
Right.
He moves on.
Yeah,
But then after, for the other 3 players.
So if Escher won and then Jackie got second, we have a tiebreak. Oh no.
No,
no, I'm sorry.
Then she moves on.
Yeah, you're right. Correct.
She gets third. She also moves on.
Right.
She gets last. Then we have a tiebreaker. So there's definitely
multiple situational math to be had. Joe, have you figured out the math yet? Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. I've been trying to pay attention to the controversy happening over on Excalibur.
Oh, what's going on?
So apparently the second player cleared the drop targets at the top of the playfield, and then by itself, it dropped and raised them enough times to give them about 800,000 additional points. And
beneficial malfunction?
Yeah. And so they're just sort of in a hold trying to figure out what to do.
They got to make a ruling.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, I could see the score. That's
so he went from about 400,000 or 500,000 to 1.2 million in about 30 seconds.
Wow. I actually don't think they're saying here that about changes on Mystery Castle. I don't think any changes were made on Mystery Castle.
Other than the epileptic LED strobes. No, I'm just kidding.
It was Black Rose that the changes got made to, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
As far as I know, and then Alien Poker was pulled from the finals.
Okay. So yeah, no changes on this game. Otherwise, they would have put something on the back glass. Black Rose has a note about the changes, and Mystery Castle does not.
It just says catapult hard.
Yeah, I bet that doesn't mean anything to most of the players here, since they've never played it with an easy catapult.
So Jackie keeping it close to Escher there, 33 million. Escher sitting at 61 million. And here's Lonnie. This is Lonnie Langford stepping up now. We will give you the names, as the names have not been updated in the system yet. However, I believe, though, the names do match the order. So let me go back up.
I think so too.
Yeah. So I'll go back to their old game.
Since
on
since it's all based on original seeding, and it doesn't depend on what they did in the previous games, most of the players will keep picking the same thing.
Yep, same order, same
Yeah.
everything.
Every once in a while, somebody will like change up their pick. On the third game, you'll see that, but
Yeah, just know that the points that you see on the graphic have not been updated yet.
no.
So they're still having a discussion over there about it. Joe might be...
He's eavesdropping.
Yeah, he is. Joe, I can give you a stick mic, Joe. just sneak it in there, boom mic. That's what they do in the NFL, you know, when they're having big discussions.
Oh yeah, do they?
So there's Jermaine. Jermaine's. So yeah, we got some interesting controversy happening. Well, I don't know if it's controversy. That word is a little charged. But
I mean,
discussion.
It's definitely something like you need to look at the rules really well. It's not just like somebody plunged somebody else's ball. Like that's
No.
very simple.
And it's not like someone was trying to like cheat the game on purpose.
No, and what the problem here is as well, like you need to it's eyewitness, so
Yeah.
you don't have the proof of it being on the stream. Are you going to take somebody's points away or not? Like.
So we're keeping an eye on two things. We got Lonnie here. Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Oh, sorry. So I'm trying to overhear the conversation.
Yeah,
It
of
sounds
course.
like what they're going to do is, because it was a machine malfunction, they're going to null out his score for this game.
Wow.
So they'll just plunge him for the rest of this game, and then he will play a game by himself afterwards.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's the score that will stand.
I feel like that's the right call.
I think that's probably the right call. He also said that if something like this happens again on Excalibur, they'll just remove Excalibur from the tournament.
Yeah.
And that's also the right call.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's often what happens when there's a big malfunction, or on the big side malfunction, and then it happens twice. It doesn't make sense for the game to stay in.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for him that he'll lose what appears to be a really, really good game, but if it was due to just a malfunction, then it really
Well, you
wasn't
don't
his
want
game.
it. Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't think any player would ever want to win on a malfunction
no,
like that.
no.
Okay, Lonnie pulling
Yeah,
the lead
Lonnie's
over
in lead.
here.
Yeah.
He's starting a multi-ball with a skeleton in a harness.
Reminder for those watching, those points that you see in the names, not updated. So you'll oh man, I'm sorry for staring at the screen right now. I'm going into a hypnotic trance here.
So if you start clucking like a chicken,
Well,
you know what's going on.
Dalton Pinball nailed it. I think let's go play Epilepsy Castle right now. Let's go do it. We'll have to include a warning before people join the stream.
Well, it's a good thing we have a nurse here, so
Oh, yes.
if anybody's having a seizure, I will know to time the seizure, and then we can call 911 and tell them exactly this was because of pinball, and it was 5 minutes long.
They'd be looking at you like, what? Pinball? Seizure? How does that happen? Kaylee making his way into the room.
I do like that some of the pinballs do have seizure warnings, like
Yes.
like Attack from Mars with the strobe light. Whenever I used to play Attack from Mars at my parents' home, I would turn off all the lights and then hoping that I got stroke multi-ball.
So the standings for this group are Escher with 6 points, Carlos and Lonnie have 2 points, and Jackie has 4.
Yes.
So Escher 6, Jackie 4, Carlos and Lonnie with 2. Okay, we've just been told that it is now. Nope, it is. The names have not been added yet for the for the third round. I keep checking. They're not in yet, but the points are in though. So there we go.
There we go. Look at that.
So there we are. The points are now correct. Well,
Did it do
no.
it again?
Yeah, it sounds like Excalibur did it again.
Oh,
so
no,
they're gonna
Excalibur
they're
is
just
out.
Out, removed from the tournament. I haven't gotten an official word yet, but that.
But they're all walking away.
Yeah.
So that, I think you're probably correct
Yeah.
there.
No, Dalton, Escher is not guaranteed. So if
Escher loses.
Yeah, if Escher gets 0.
If Escher gets 0, if
And Jackie gets 2nd.
Jackie gets 2nd.
Or Lonnie gets 1st.
And Lonnie or Carlos gets
We
first.
could have a 3-way.
We've got a 3-way tie.
so no, no, nothing is a certainty on this game.
Yes.
On Seizure Pinball. So wow. But I don't think it's out yet. I think he's going to take a look at it.
Yeah, I think they're maybe going to take a look at it and see if they can get it to reliably reproduce. But yeah, you can see this. You can't see it on camera, but I can see it just counting up. He's just just in a few seconds, it's gone from 0 to 465, 500,000 points.
That's
yeah,
fair.
Yeah. That seems.
That's totally fair.
You know, everybody has that happen to them, you know? What does it matter? Everybody has to deal with it.
All right, I'm going to go help him with our cameras over there.
Copy that.
Dalton says, bold of you to assume Escher will get last.
Well, to be fair, you know, Carlos and Lonnie, and Jackie pulling off the win on the first game. So I am not, you never know.
Escher can always plunge somebody else's ball. Anything is possible.
Tilt through.
Move the game out of the rubber cups.
Could
happen.
Mule kick the machine.
Could mule kick the tournament director.
Yeah, for making the changes on Black Rose. Yeah.
They're all not very likely, but you know,
No.
it can always happen. So I'm never assuming that Escher is guaranteed moving on.
So no, I'm yes. Is it true that the likelihood of Escher hitting last? Yes. That's not getting last. Yeah, that's probably a good sure bet. I'm not starting that prediction.
No.
But we've seen it. We've seen it in pinball already, the weird oddities. Like if you would have said, hey, Chase, Colin's going to tilt through a ball in Classics, I wouldn't have predicted that. So anything can happen. That's why we play pinball.
Yep. I've definitely learned to not count my points until I actually have them.
That's a big shot. 50 million point doom shot there. I saw that flash up before the eyes. We still have not seen the score like in the last. There we go. 273 million now.
Really blowing it up.
And Escher is focused. You can just tell.
I do think it's hilarious that Mystery Castle has become a tournament game. It's just like,
Oh, wow.
just when the skeleton started dancing. But great ball two for Escher.
331 million.
Yep.
Ball 2. And here's Jackie. So Jackie doesn't need to win this game to make it through.
No.
So her goal right now really is just to stay ahead.
Stay ahead of stay ahead of either Lonnie or Carlos.
Carlos, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, if like she doesn't want Lonnie or Carlos to win.
Right.
She wants to stay ahead of one of them, but she wants Escher to win. That would work really nicely for her.
Yeah, if Lonnie, say, or Carlos, get second, and Jackie is unable to get either point, then yeah, we will have a tie break.
Yeah.
For that other slot. So lots of possibilities to be had, including the.
Now here's a prediction you can put up.
All right.
Are we going to get a tiebreaker?
I think. Ooh. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Are we going to get a tiebreaker for something?
Just an easy two choice prediction, and you get 1 minute to get your choice in right now. 1 minute.
Okay, Lonnie stepping up. Jackie ended up with 100 million. Over there, still got one more ball to go, of course, because we're only
Out of
on
my
ball
peripheral
2.
vision, I don't know who this gentleman is, but he had a game still going undialed, and he walked away from the ball in progress.
I think that's Roland Neto
I think so.
from San Francisco.
Yeah. Well, never walk away until you see bonus on the screen. That's my philosophy.
I always put my purse down at the game, so sometimes I like bend down when I think I'm done, and then I got a ball safe. But it always means that I'm still right there.
Yep, you're ready to rock.
I just to drop my purse. Lonnie walking up, starting his ball 2.
So Lonnie right now sitting in second place. Mm-hmm. That would get him 4 points. Wow, so 61% yes, 39% no.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay.
We will see where we end up on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Those eyes. I want to know what they were thinking when they were designing this game.
So the eyes are based on a painting, like looks like a painting that's like following you
Right?
when you're in the mystery castle. Have you seen? Are you a Doctor Who fan?
I've watched maybe one episode.
Okay, not a
Yeah.
Doctor Who fan.
Well, no, it's not that I'm not.
No, but like-
I guess I'm not. I don't understand the lineage because I've heard there's like 17 different Doctor Who's, and I don't know where to start. It's not as simple as like Star Trek where you just start here.
There's a few easy starting points.
There's
for
a few
Doctor Who.
starting
Yeah.
points. Okay.
But this the eyes remind me of this character that you find in the first season of the kind of restart of Doctor Who in 2005. Her name is Cassandra, and she is supposed to be one of the last humans that's out there. She had so much cosmetic surgery done that she's just a flat piece of skin with eyes and a mouth.
Oh gosh.
And those eyes on the screen like remind me of her. But
Is this a horror show? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, some things are kind of scary
Yeah.
on that show. Most things are just really weird.
I mean, I don't even understand like Doctor Who pinball. So you know, I still get confused when I play that game. So Carlos here has got some work. He's going to need to chop some wood. He would. You know, right now Jackie's sitting in a good spot because she's staying ahead of Carlos. So Carlos looking now to pass Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
To at least play a little spoiler, perhaps. Maybe if he can pass Lonnie, get into that tie-break situation. So we got some weird math here. As the eyes stare.
Mm-hmm. As Cassandra of Doctor Who stares at you.
It's Cassandra.
Yeah, she had an assistant that would moisturize her by put like water on her skin with a spray bottle. It's just a weird episode altogether.
Time to retheme Mystery Castle. Here we go.
Yeah. To that one Doctor Who character that's in maybe like 3 episodes.
But where's the dancing skeleton come in? That's the question. Oh, off the top of the right.
There we can go back to that movie from like the 60s or the 50s. The Sinbad movie. You've got a great like animated skeleton fight. You know that movie?
What
I
is?
bet you've seen it.
What, are we talking about a Bruce Campbell film?
I think so, yeah.
Shop
Or is it
Art Shop
Jason and the Argonaut? I don't know the names of the films.
Jason and the Argonauts. Thanks,
Yeah.
Pluto.
Yeah.
All right. Very critical ball 3.
Yeah.
Escher looking to continue building.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely in the lead. and making it difficult for his opponents to pass him.
Now, Ron Dog, as much as I would love to, talking about watching this game's rough, we don't have any power over what groups select. So if we're following a group and they select this, we're not going to be like, oh, well, we're not going to follow this game now. And this corner of the open area is a bit darker. There's not a lot of lighting over there. And so when you combine that with the refresh rate of the camera, yeah, I'm looking away too at times. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do on the stream either.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. This is seizure-inducing, and, there's a super jackpot. I don't know if you guys heard that in the background.
How much is the super jackpot? Let's go see. 100
100 million. Big points.
Giant points. Bigger points.
But, yeah, I agree. It's a bit inducing.
So Escher getting close to that score that Jermaine had in the previous game. Oh, I think he's basically at that score that Jermaine had.
All right, so Escher's definitely not going to get last here. I'm willing to put that prediction in the bank.
Are you sure about
I think so.
He can still, after his ball is done, just, plunge Jackie's ball.
Oh, that's true. He can accidentally do it.
Or think he's going to walk up for his ball 4 and,
another
plunge Carlos's ball.
Super jackpot. That is, on this ball alone, over 300 million.
Yeah. He's, almost scoring as much as his opponents have done in their first 2 balls altogether.
Oki, I appreciate that. Looking at the bright side. There's no glare, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's look at the positive side here. Picture's good, except for the seizure parts. I'm just going to stare at Escher. It's easier that way.
Women's also needed 2 entries.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
But at least the entry fee was a bit lower over there. So
yes,
yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Oh, people are talking about I think this conversation is coming from Black Rose and that it got modified and that people have paid $20 to practice Black Rose. But they haven't paid $20 to just practice Black Rose. They've
already qualified.
They've paid it to qualify, and they've also paid it to play 4 other games on that card.
So that's it for Escher. Adding in a nice general bonus, finishing over $1 billion. $1 billion.
Yeah. Look at that.
36 million. Like I said, I don't know. I don't think he's going to get last on this one. I'm just. It's possible. Still possible.
It's pinball. Anything can happen.
That's right. So Jackie here knows what if she's done the math, she knows what she needs to do. Just try to stay ahead of Carlos. Try to pass Lonnie if you can. And kickback was lit. Thank you. I was like, oh, no. I mean, we can go tell Escher, hey, you got an extra ball. Oh.
You really want Escher to
we want to
qualify himself, right?
We've seen so many weird unusualness. I mean, that would just add right to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Jackie finishing with 100 and looks like 129 million.
So here, let's go back to that prediction.
Yeah.
So she hasn't beat Lonnie. So Lonnie has a guaranteed
1
point here.
Yep.
And Carlos, if Carlos passes Jackie, and then it doesn't matter if he passes Lonnie or not, and they both don't pass Escher, then we've got some tiebreaker stuff happening.
Thanks for the raid there, Tomar, bringing your group over to us. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And Code Wookie, thank you so much as well for being a follower and dropping the follow. Much appreciated. As we are watching Lonnie here, looking to extend the lead between him, Jackie, and Carlos, and just be like, well, if Escher can get 3-4 supers, I can get her 3 or 4 supers. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was potentially
very nice
dangerous.
There, very nice. Yeah, and for both Lonnie and later also next ball for Carlos, it's very important for them to get that second spot if they cannot beat Escher, because that will maybe get them into a tiebreaker with Jackie.
Yeah.
That's their only way of moving on. And I guess Lonnie wants Carlos to pass Jackie.
Yeah.
Jackie does not want Carlos to
No,
pass.
no, 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 no. So 268,000 now.
All bumpers, 1 million. Super jackpot. When you shoot a bunch of arrows. I don't know where the arrows
The
are. on this game.
non-seizure inducing ones. So, oh, whoa, that
Oh.
was double drain. Unfortunate. Wow.
Oh, but there he is. There's one more ball in there.
Yeah, I love to see Jackie move on as well. You know, it's hard to say at this point. You know, it's really too close to call as far as these.
You know, I always find it difficult. Like Lonnie
Yeah, Lonnie's great
is on my team as like the Pocketeers.
Oh.
He's my co-captain. I'm not the captain of my team anymore, but he's the co-captain of the team now, and so I want him to move on. But Jackie, you know, I always want the woman to do well.
I mean, all of these players. I mean, I like them all. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's great, and that's what makes it so hard because you know you'll see a lot of fist bumps, hugs, especially after a hard-fought match. You know, players want to see all the other players just do well. I mean, like watching the women yesterday, you know, and just the camaraderie and the hugs and the love. It was so great to see.
Yeah.
Hannah and Ashley, you know, after their tough fought match yesterday, it was all hugs. Some other competitor event, you might not see that. You might see fists fly. So just really great to see in the pinball community. Oh, nice dig out there.
Yeah, and that is what, like, when I moved here from the Netherlands and I didn't really know anybody, I went to my first pinball tournament, and that got me build up my social life. It's been amazing.
That almost looked like a situation where Lonnie was expecting a dead flip off, and it just went right into the drain. It was just one of those weird deflections that kind of go off the hinge there of the left flipper. But in any event, that's going to be it for Lonnie. Lonnie has 451 million, so he's got a good lead to pad between him and Carlos.
Yeah.
Carlos has got one goal. It's real simple. He wants to pass Jackie.
He wants
To play a spoiler.
to play a spoiler, but his goal is to pass Lonnie
Yeah.
because otherwise for him it doesn't matter. He doesn't
Right.
he doesn't
Yeah, he
care
doesn't
if there's going to be a tiebreaker or not.
He doesn't get in or have a chance to make that happen unless he passes Lonnie. So here we go.
Okay.
91 million now. Got about 38 million to go. Doesn't have quite enough momentum. Oh, those slings. Way to dent it down. Oh, man.
Some juggling of the balls happening here. He's getting the 100 million mystery bonus. The 100,000 mystery bonus. Isn't
Oh,
that nice?
jeez. Missed.
Isn't that nice?
It's like, thanks for wasting my time. Oh, man, that was a nice just holding the flipper out and not panicking. I was starting to panic for him as that ball was starting to come down. So now about 29 million to go. Oh, boy. We got, check this out. Yeah, I was over here in front of the broadcast table. We got Raymond here holding his mouth over the with his hand. I mean, gasping. Lonnie's staring. We got John there.
Let's go see. So there's some questions about how Leslie is doing in her group. She's playing in a group with Jordan,
She's
the
got
Chain, Luke Nahorniak.
She's got 6 points. She's in
She
first.
does have 6 points, and they're playing James Bond right now, the 60th edition.
Bond. James Bond.
So officially, we have a tiebreaker.
Yep, we're getting a tie break.
Carlos passed Jackie over here. That means that Jackie gets no extra points. I mean, I'm saying officially a tiebreaker. Well, we
there's
do.
the
Now
drain.
we do.
Yeah, I was going to wait a
if
minute.
Carlos is beating Escher, it could have happened. So this is a tiebreaker between Jackie and Lonnie. Lonnie got second place here, so he will end with 4 points. Jackie got no points from this last game. So she has 4 points too. Asher is moving on with 10 points, and Carlos played spoiler there for for us and ends with 3 points.
Wow. Wow. And so here's the good news. The good news is no, I'm wide open. Oh. Okay. Oh. We've been saying it that don't count anybody out.
Yes. Anybody can plunge somebody else's ball.
That's right.
You know.
Tilt through. All right, so let's go check the standings real quick as we await where this tiebreaker group is going to go. And by the way, hopefully your seizure has finished. It's calmed down. And let's check the standings here. So scores are still being entered in. But wow, look at that group 2 there, Yaz. 4, 4, 4,
Oh my God.
2.
I mean, the last games, the last game has not been put in yet, but that's some interesting scores there.
Wow. And then, as you can see already, down in Group 5, Colin and Kyle have checked in.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I wonder if they, so nothing has been updated yet. So what we're going to do right now is we will jump over to another game in progress. And we're going to jump over to Hoops, because that is where an incredible 4-4-4-2 is happening right now.
Okay, and there's already 2 players that have finished their game. So we're on player 4 right now. Player 3 has 1.6 and is very likely.
So player 3 is Jim Belcito.
Mm-hmm.
And so if his score holds, that will give him 8 and move him on. Player 2 is Robert Gagno. And so looking at the scores right now, he's got at least a point, but that wouldn't be enough. Yeah,
he's
right?
not.
He's not moving on.
No, he's not moving on.
Yeah.
I mean, or there's like a crazy tiebreaker for 4 with 4 points. Oh no, yeah, he's not moving on. So on this game is really, really simple. Up here you have 2 rollovers that are that's where you can light your lock, and then you lock your ball here and you lock your ball there. And then when you've done that, you are in multi-ball and you want to relock those balls in the same spots, but you get a 3rd ball, so you can also relock it there. If you're just having 2 balls, you can choose which of the holes you want to relock your balls in. And that's Hoops. Hoops for noobs.
Hoops for noobs.
I got Kaylee to teach me Hoops for noobs. So.
So I have a little bit of an update on Excalibur. It looks
Yes.
like they're not going to remove it from the tournament.
They were able to save it. Nice.
They opened it up, and I think it looked like the coil sleeve for those drop targets maybe was sticking or something like that.
Oh, interesting.
And so they've replaced that, and it looks like it's working properly, but I guarantee they will be keeping a very close eye on it through the rest of the finals.
Very
All
nice.
right, so we're still waiting to see where Lonnie and Jackie are going to go.
Yeah.
Escher finishing off his Group 1 game with 10 points. We'll show you here the standings real quick once again.
And what did Travis end with on Hoops?
Travis...
Did he pass Jim Belcito? I don't think he did, but I definitely think he passed Jermaine. So that probably means that Jim Belcito and Jermaine are moving on. Jim Belcito and Travis.
That is correct.
There you
Jim
go.
and Travis have moved on. Correct.
And the Congo game was delayed while they were working on Excalibur. The player didn't want to be distracted by the work going on next to him.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So, is Lonnie in the room?
Lonnie is standing right in front of your face.
Hey, Lonnie, where are we going? Okay. So we just got confirmation from Lonnie that we'll be going to Black Rose.
All right.
So we're just going to hold here, and that's just because while Congo is just getting started, we're going to follow the tie break.
So I think they're putting in the scores of James Bond right now, which is the Group 3.
All right. Real simple here. Lonnie and Jackie head-to-head.
Oh, Group 3 was a tight group.
Yeah.
Both Luke and Leslie are moving on with 6 points. Jordan DeChain, 5 points. Matt Strelacki, 4 points. So that was a really tight one.
Yeah.
Did you put in the prediction for the tiebreaker, like the thing?
Oh, I got to do it fast. Started prediction. Oh, well, see, it's too late. I should have put it in before.
Yeah.
So here we go. So here's Jackie. Oh,
nice save there.
That was a well-timed, quick.
Oh. That's those lightning flippers for you.
Yeah, no kidding. Changes the dynamic of everything.
It sure does.
Wow. All right.
A couple of years ago here, they had a World Cup soccer that they put those mini flippers on. You know the mini ones?
Oh.
It was just a fun
that was
side
just
game.
practice, by the way.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Well,
Okay.
you put the prediction in. Put the prediction in.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You're right. Thank you. Start. Who will win the tie break? Jackie and then Lonnie. There we go. All right, guys. Here we go. You get your predictions in.
Okay. In Raymond's group, Raymond Davidson and Roland Nadeau are moving on. I'm probably mispronouncing that. And then in Group 5, we already had Colin and Kyle. Group 6 still going on Congo. But it's really tight there. I think anybody can move on there because the points are 3 for Derek Price, 2 for Jason Wardrick, 4 for Jared Garvey, and 5 for John Amatica. So a lot of stuff can still happen in Group 6. So when we're done with the tiebreaker, it could be fun to see what happens on Congo.
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely go back and check out Congo if they're still going on. Absolutely. So just waiting for Lonnie to kick up the I think they're officially getting the documentation in order. You can see Jermaine and Lonnie. They have to sign the forms in triplicate. Push hard, all 3 copies.
Add that TPS cover sheet.
Yeah,
right?
don't forget your TPS cover sheets because, we may ask you to come in tomorrow because we have to play catch up. So.
Well, I will say Derek over on Congo is having an amazing ball 1.
What is the score you
Sure.
got over there right now?
He's
621 million.
Wow, on ball 1?
Yeah. That was why he didn't really want to be interrupted or disrupted by the people working on the machine next
I don't
to him.
blame him one bit.
I totally understand that.
I mean, and that's why sometimes if I'm playing in a big tournament and some player in front of me, especially like on a ball 1, puts up in a huge ball, it's like just don't look up at the score.
Yeah.
If you can help it,
Yeah.
because it can definitely mess with your mind.
I mean, you're playing with the other people, but you really are still playing your own game, too.
Yeah. So what we're going, I think there might be a bio break happening right now, so I'm going to do.
Lonnie's right in front of you. You could ask him.
What's going on? No. What's going on? Oh. Okay. Thank you, sir. So I don't know if you guys heard that over the mic.
Nope.
But basically, Lonnie was telling me that he was not allowed to pick Black Rose because it was already picked previously.
Oh, in their group.
Oh,
That makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
So they have picked Congo.
Congo.
Oh, well, let's move to Congo
So-
then.
No, I was
We
just
can
going to
watch
stay
this
here and watch this.
conclusion.
Yeah, just watch.
Yeah.
Watch
I just wanna watch Black
I
Rose.
just want to keep seeing the credits on the.
Yeah, no. We're going to go over to Black Rose.
Congo.
Oh, Congo. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, Congo.
I mean, it makes sense he couldn't pick it because it already
Yeah,
played
yeah, totally.
in their round.
All
Here
right.
We'll see Derek's ongoing, just amazing
Yeah, just-
ball one.
Yeah, so we're going to be here on Congo for a bit.
Yeah.
Best thing about Congo so far is I feel like my seizures have cleared, and I feel really good now.
This is the remedy that doctors would prescribe to you.
Yes, you
after
need
Mystery
Congo.
Castle. Yeah.
You need some Congo in your life.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody needs Congo in their life.
I mean, movie is okay.
The game.
The game is better, yes.
Isn't the movie based on a book?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
This is one of those other combo. This is a color DMD in person, but orange and black or reddish and black here
For us.
Yes. So just to kind of give you guys a brief overview, even though Derek has already done this and then some, players are two big primary goals: collecting diamonds.
Yep.
Those are the football-shaped lights that you see light up on the play field. And then I've seen a lot of players just rinse and repeat that map shot. That's that left ramp.
Yeah, or
Or-
the gray shot. They
Gray.
would go for that. Like what people will do is like shoot the gray shot. It will come back here, and you go up there, and you get Amy letters. Because there's so many different ways on this game that you can get diamonds. I think that's great about this game. Like you can make any of these shots to try and get those diamonds going. And you need a certain amount of diamonds to light locks. I think for the first one you only need 5 diamonds, and the next one you need just a
There's
little bit
another
more.
lock.
And the next one you need just a little bit more.
Multi-ball.
And then in multi-ball, there's 2 jackpots. There's one over here, which for the first time, but this is not his first time, we'll go back to the right flipper over there, so you can just like repeat that. But after you've made that shot a couple of times, it will divert to the left flipper, which will make it harder. And then there's also this one over there, which is kind of like a super, like a double jackpot thing. But yeah, there's a lot of different strategies that people can use to get those diamonds. And I'd say there's probably not really a wrong strategy there. You should go for what you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, as I got to ask you, you know, kind of the same thing I was bringing up earlier. You got a player here like Derek now with over $1 billion. I think we saw a high as, what, 3 billion?
1.76 is what I see.
Oh, really?
As the
That's
highest in open.
Wow, that's it. I thought
Yeah.
it was higher. Maybe I'm thinking of a different machine.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, I mean, how does it get into your psyche? Say you're player 2, player 3, or player 4, Yaz, and you see 1 billion in front of you. How does that make you feel?
It depends where I am point-wise. If I'm John Amatica going in with 5 points, I would be like, I'm happy getting second.
So I
I'll
just want.
take second place.
Wow.
Oh, wow, nice,
Wow.
nice ball,
That was
great
amazing.
ball.
If I'm Jason Wardrick with 2 points, I'm like,
so-
I probably want to win.
That was his first ball. I brought up the open standings just because I was curious. In his first ball, he made 1.4 billion. In open, he qualified on this machine with only just a bit over 1 billion. So
Oh,
he beat his best open score.
That's why he picked this. 100%.
That was just amazing.
Yeah, 100%. That's why he picked this. So here's Johnny. Johnny had that grim. By the way, nice super skill shot. If you plunge, basically plunge to the left out lane, you pick up a super skill, which is nice.
Most
95
people,
million.
what a lot of players will try to do, though, is short plunge to get it to the flipper without hitting any switches. Because this is one of those games where if you don't hit a switch and then you drain your ball, you get your ball back.
Yeah.
So you want to try and get it to the flipper that you want to get it to, so you can make you can make it sure that your first shot really counts. Because there's no ball save on this game. Yeah, Killer Breach, you can keep hitting the map ramp for jackpots. That's correct, but the first time it will come like this, and then after a few jackpots, it will divert to this. So it will be more. It will be difficult. It will be more difficult to just keep shooting that ramp because you have to make sure it goes back to the right flipper. And this one is always lit for jackpots as well, and the jackpots are worth more, but it's more difficult, so people will most likely go for the left ramp. So Jason over here trying to get some control of the ball there, and well, he's got that hippo bonus. That's always nice. So he's doing the map strategy. And meanwhile, he's also gonna go spelunking and find some caves. Sometimes there's a monster in these caves, and sometimes there's some diamonds. So
Now, is the order, you have to remember it, or is it random every time?
I am not entirely sure. I thought there was a specific order to it, but then I heard people say that it's different all the time. So I need to buy me a Congo and figure it out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Killa Breeze in a chat is saying some of them you can memorize. Yeah, that makes sense.
But here's definitely something that you want to do. Like when your lock is lit, you kind of want to stop collecting diamonds, and you want to collect that lock. Because all the diamonds that you collect, it won't be that like, oh, your second lock is lit after you like lock the first one. So now he's going to go back into collecting diamonds.
And the diamonds are these blue shots that we see all over the place.
And
Go for the football.
Yeah.
So he's got Diamond Hunt Multi-Ball, which is in tournament mode. This is the first mode of the Mystery Award. And all those shots will just be lit for diamonds. So after this multi-ball, he will very likely be able to lock another ball for his main multi-ball, unless he drains one of his balls, of course.
Well, and he did have ball save on for that, and we talked about this earlier in the tournament. But normally, right, you'd see the ball save light down here, but on this one, it's over there.
Yep. So it seems like he's got a bunch of diamonds right now. So when he gets out of this multi-ball, he will have his lock lit, and there it is lit. All the diamonds that he's building up right now will go into the jackpots in his multi-ball. So there is something to say for trying to get as many diamonds as you can. So he's one shot away from map, which will be nice. Would be nice for him. Oh, he didn't hit any switches there, so he gets his ball back. Okay. So let's see what he's gonna do. Is he gonna? Okay, so map is lit on the right. He's got it, the map award. So the gray gorilla, like that is this thing down there. Normally when you spell gray up there, you have to like play with the gorilla and get all the letters. That is turned off here. Which means that when you spell gray, you get the award automatically. The first award is a bunch of diamonds. Second award is start multi-ball in tournament mode. I don't know what it's on not tournament mode. Okay, so now he's got Amy help. The ball comes to the upper flipper, and you want to get it to the top lanes over there. If you do that 3 times, you get a bunch of diamonds. So that would be enough for his third lock. And it's also nice points that you're getting there. There you go. So that is more diamonds for him. Let it bounce over very nicely. And now he can make that shot to start his multi-ball. Amy loves pinball. Jazz also loves pinball. Okay, shooting some jackpots. As we can see, the balls now come to the right flipper. And it starts diverting now to the left flipper. Player ugly. So this is where I like that the game does this. I like that it starts with the jackpots on to make it easy for you, and it comes to the right flipper. But then after a few jackpots, the game is like, and now I'm going to make it harder for you. So I think there's something flashing on the right ramp. The one through the pop bumpers. But that one is just too difficult to shoot. Oh, not happy with that. Okay, he is one letter away from gray. So first award is that he gets a bunch of diamonds, which is enough to light his next lock. And there you go. Because you can lock the ball in 2 places. You can do it here and you can do it there. Well, it's funny if the ball, like if you shoot it there, but the ball doesn't make it all the way to the top, it will play the animation, but it hasn't physically locked your ball, and you'll have to make that shot again. Great start here for for Jason Wardrick.
Yeah, in a normal game that would be an amazing start. But,
But basically, it's like Derek has double his score.
right.
I know, he's coming at me.
So yeah, we're waiting for this game to finish in order to do the tie break, and then we'll be able to move on to the next round. So this is literally the only pinball happening in the room right now.
Yep. Okay, let's see what plunge. Derek is just going for the full plunge.
Well, yeah, we've talked about it before, but there's the normal skill shot, but there's also a super skill shot where you come all the way around and down the out lane, right?
And then, just like I said, there's the players that ignore that skill shot and do this
Oh, okay.
to have the playfield not ready yet, and you basically have your ball trapped, and you can make any shot you want. There's no ball safe on this game.
Oh, okay.
It's like you can like make this one, and it will like go down here, and it will go out, and your ball's gone.
Yeah, yeah. So there was that super skill shot we just mentioned. Yeah.
There is a mode where it just wants you to shoot as many super skill shots as you can.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really fun one.
Huh. Oh.
The ball safe will just be on, and you'll just be trying to plunge that.
Huh. Oh.
I was going to say, Johnny, light his lock, but
It's kind of fun to look around the room and see the players all clustered around the TV watching watching the play. Oh.
okay. Yeah, Jason's only chance of moving on is winning this game.
Oh. Yeah.
He's at 2 points right now. I mean, I guess there's a few other scenarios, but right now with the scores that we're seeing here, he really wants to win this game. And I guess he was lucky that Derek basically didn't do anything on this ball too.
Yeah.
That.
Oh. Well, like you said, there's no ball save, right?
No
So.
ball save. That is, yeah. Like, that was too short of a plunge. I bet what he was trying to do was do what I was, like, saying, like, trying to, like, get it there instead of hitting that or hitting that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get so angry with yourself when that happens.
Absolutely.
I've been there. Done that. Yeah, this Congo is definitely mean. The
Yeah.
first game I played on this game, I had 36 million at the end of 3 balls.
Wow.
And apparently I was not even the lowest score on that game. It's very brutal. But I think like you can also see that if you have controlled players and they're making the shots and not making mistakes, then all of a sudden the game is very playable. See, somebody got 30 million yesterday. I just feel happy knowing I didn't have the lowest score on this game. That's just all I need.
Well, and it's funny because you watch somebody like Derek playing this game, and he's just especially his first ball was just out of this world. You'd make he makes it look easy. You're like, oh, you just make some of those simple shots, no big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, if you actually were to play this machine, you'd find out real fast it is not that easy.
Nope. So he doesn't want to shoot the satellite transfer, which makes sense because that's a dangerous shot and it's locking him out of anything else. So I would totally time out that mode too. And then get back into collecting some nice diamonds.
So what I miss? Oh, ball 2? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
everybody had kind of a dead ball too.
Yeah.
You missed a plunge from Jason that went.
Oh, yeah, that was
like
brutal.
that.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the follows. They're Fresh Batch Kid. Also, Brian Domini, Lecaric, or Lecari UK, and Vigo Logren. Thank you for follows.
So I think while he made the shot to complete gray, he also got 100 diamonds, which started super multi-ball for him. So yeah, if you get to 100 diamonds, you'll get a multi-ball, and it will just happen with whatever else the game is doing.
Wow. And it looked like it was a 4-ball for a second there.
Yeah, I think that's in this multi-ball.
Oh, okay.
But he was looking a bit weird because he thought he was starting a regular multi-ball, and then apparently.
Oh, yeah, because you said the diamond multi-ball will just start.
It will just start, yeah, when you hit 100 diamonds.
Super multi-ball. I don't think I've ever seen this.
No?
Well, I mean, I've seen enough multi-balls. I'm just talking about the
nice.
super.
Oh, yeah,
the super
yeah.
mode, yeah.
Nice job separating those balls there, too.
Yeah, this game, I find it
Oh,
like.
wow. That was almost double disastrous.
I love this game, but it's such a different, like, it has such a different feel than some of the other Bolly Williams games.
Yeah.
There's not like, I mean, sure, you need to like lock 3 balls, but the lighting of the locks goes so differently than it does in a lot of other games. It's just interesting.
I do want to know, like, who over at... Oh, wow. What a great game, though,
Really good game.
by Derek. 101 diamonds, finishing with 1.7
Wow.
billion points. Wow. That's nuts. All right, Johnny Monica.
1.743, so that would have put him in open. That would have put him as the 3rd highest score registered on a card in open. And he did it in the finals. That's just amazing.
Okay, Johnny here trying to. He's getting the super scale shot. I like that you get 5 million points for the kickback combo, like you did anything.
Yeah.
I just think that's funny.
Nice skill there.
So he's in Diamond Hunt multi-ball, trying to get those diamonds. So when he gets out of this, he will be able to lock a ball.
He will rinse repeat that all day if he can.
Unless
Unless
it
the game
starts
forces him.
diverting.
Yeah, that's right. Game's like, stop doing that. Diverted.
Yeah, like this game like does what like tournament directors want to do to games. It's like we don't want you to keep repeating that shot, so we're gonna make it that it diverts to the other flipper.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
So Johnny Monaco right with 5 points going into this game. And right now he has at least possibly secured a single. It all really depends here on what Jared does.
Yes. Well, you can see that your score is flashing. You know that you can let the ball go and try again. As soon as the score is solid, you don't want to let it go anymore.
No more.
Nope.
Well, yeah, there you can see
Oh.
making that ramp shot 3 times in a row, and the third time being like, no, you're
You're
done
done.
making that repeated shot.
Well, that one, there the game actually helps you because when you spell
Wow.
map, the map shot is here to collect it.
Oh,
So you can like shoot it 3 times in a row, and
Yeah.
then at the third time it will like divert down so you can easily make that shot. So that's actually where the game helps you.
oh, okay.
In multi-ball though, it's like, nah, we don't want you to do this too
Yeah.
often. So if Jared passes Johnny and doesn't pass Derek or Jason, we'll end up with a tiebreaker.
Another
We
tiebreaker?
we could end up with another tiebreaker.
Well, at least they can't pick Conk.
It all depends on what Jason does. They cannot pick on.
No, don't worry. They'll play epileptic seizure game. That's what they pick.
Do we want to move that back over to Black Knight?
Yeah, just we have banned that game from stream, not from the tournament. We've banned it from the stream.
So if the final game is on that game, we're just going to be like, sorry guys, we're not playing. We're
Oh
not
no. We'll call it from a distance.
Okay.
yeah.
We'll just do an over-the-shoulder shot. That's all we'll do. But yeah, no, it's Joe's gonna move that over while we can to Black Knight. I don't know.
I was like thinking, by the way, on hoops.
Yeah.
The game wasn't very focused. The camera wasn't focused.
Yeah,
Is that
are we talking about
difficult on
playfield camera?
Playfield camera, yeah.
Yeah, it might be the camera. Maybe there's some schmutz on the lens. It's hard to say.
Okay.
I can take a look at the lens at least and
Yeah.
see.
I was just thinking, like we may see that one in future rounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I have like, I don't know, was it 25 cameras or whatever? So I just, we just grab them out of the box.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Just throw them together.
I mean, that's what you want to have, right? If you want to,
Right.
you want to be able to have a setup like this.
Yeah, no, it's a hard call, right? When you're doing like just physical hard setups like this.
So Jared is not moving on,
Unfortunately.
but who is going to move on? Like that all depends on what Jason will do here. If Jason can pass Derek, which is going to be difficult but not impossible, that means that Johnny and Jason move on. If Jason doesn't pass Derek, then Johnny and Derek move on.
Butterbaker and Splinch. And did I miss one other? Yeah, no, I did not. Splinch and the Buttermaker. Thanks so much for the follows. So 6-6 tie break if Jason passes Derek.
True.
Yeah.
No, not entirely.
No?
No, if Jason passes Derek, then Jason has 6 points. Then Derek has 5 points. And then Johnny has 6 points. So I guess there's a tiebreaker, but they both move on. So
Right,
is
so
there
they
really a
would-
tiebreaker then?
No, not really. No, if it's a 6-6, they just move on.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they play for seeding, but I don't think they do that. I think if they both move on, there's not going to be a tiebreaker.
Right, because what happens is then they get reseeded anyway based upon their
seeding
coming
yeah.
into this. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Brooklyn Taco Bell says hello, and they're tired and wrong.
I mean, it is.
I'm with you. I'm tired and wrong right now, and it's only like 1 o'clock.
I mean, over there it's
And
4 o'clock.
Yeah, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh. Well, what a big game there
That was
from
an
Derek.
amazing game.
Jason was making a run for it, but it was not to be.
No, so this ends Derek with 7 points, Johnny Modica with 6 points, Jared with 4 points, and Jason Wardrick with 4 points as well. So Derek and Johnny Modica moving on to the next round. Do you want to watch some more Congo?
You know what? Since you asked,
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And yeah, sure, I don't mind
Yeah.
going back to the jungle.
Let's
Why not?
do it. Let's do it.
Let's go back to Congo for one more game. But you know what? How about just 2 players this time?
Sounds good.
All right,
Yeah.
2 players. We're going to throw Lonnie up there and Jackie up there for more Congo.
I wonder what they're going to do. Do you think they're going to collect diamonds?
And contact AAA and get some maps.
Yeah, get some maps.
Maps and diamonds.
I love maps. I have.
Really?
Yeah, I can point out every country in the world. You name me like a weird ass country, I can point it out for you on the map. I can name all the countries in the world.
Wow. Well, that's a
And
lot. That's
I
what,
have-
212? How many countries?
So it kind of depends. Like there's like 196, 194, but
Oh,
there's
okay.
also some territories that are kind of disputed. Like, are they countries or not?
true,
Like there's
yeah.
some places like Kosovo who get recognized by a few countries, but not by a lot. Like there's a place like Taiwan
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good. That's like it's dicey.
Very controversial.
Very
yeah.
controversial. There's a few places that are like considered countries that are part of like a bigger like thing. Like we have within the Kingdom of the Netherlands, we have the Netherlands, but we also have Curacao. So there's just there's a lot of different definitions. There's like if you look at like the Olympics where they have a lot more countries than the UN might say.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So
No, I'm.
anyway,
I'm
I
with,
love maps.
Yeah. No, I'm with. No, I'm with you about maps too. I actually, when I was a little kid, I would draw roads and maps on just big sheets of paper. Because I would travel quite a bit growing up, and I would always. Oh man, that is unfortunate. There, quick ball one there for Lonnie. I'd always ask to be taken to AAA and get maps.
Jazz is also proving out here that besides pinball, I have a hobby that's called maps, and not everybody knows all the countries in the world.
Yeah, but do you know what road we need to take to get home? That's the question. Do we go up 5-5 or not?
Google Maps.
Google Maps. Oh, you didn't say MapQuest?
I guess not, no.
Ah.
I also have a
Oh,
postcard
man.
hobby, yes.
All right, so I think now we've turned this into a 2-ball game. Because 2 quick balls from either player, and honestly, when you're looking at these scores on this game, 40 and 20, that's nothing. It's really a 2-ball game at this point. So
Dalton Pinball keeps saying Georgia. Oh, he's just there naming countries.
you can't play
Yeah.
Geocaster. You got banned from that game, I heard, right? Because you kept guessing all the places.
I have played GeoGuessr. It's really fun.
So because of the tilt, Lonnie is waiting the maximum allotted, 1 minute, before he has to make his way over to the machine. That's why we're having a bit of a lull after the tilt there from Jackie.
What do you do in this situation? I start counting in my head. I start counting, and then I walk to the game as slow as I can when I think that my 30 seconds are up. And then I put my phone in my purse very slowly, and then I put my purse down super slow, and then I think I'm safe.
Lonnie there, I think he was using the stopwatch on his phone. I do just the mental count, same thing, just a nice slow count, easy count, and then just slowly graduate over. Now Berg Bookie in the chat is saying, hey, just use earplugs and wait 5 seconds.
Yeah, some
But-
people don't like doing it.
Right, and that's where I think that's where Jermaine made the call on here, where he's just like, no, we're not doing that. We're just standard traditional way, if you will. But yeah, I know you said 30 seconds, but players are allowed
yeah, I
a
guess
minute.
it depends on the
Yeah,
tournament,
depends on
actually.
Yep. All right, so Lonnie had a super skill and a few diamond work, and now Jackie here contemplating what she's going to do. I think collect diamonds. That's usually the play here.
Yeah, both have so far not had great balls. She's
There's
doing
a
super skill
skill.
shot.
That's nice.
Ooh,
Whew.
yeah. Okay, let's see where she's gonna get her diamonds. You know, Amy is a good gorilla.
Yeah.
Okay, she's going. Her strategy is gray. And while she's at it, I think she's hoping. Oh, there's a
Nice.
diamond hunt multi-ball.
There it is. Multiple.
Okay, diamond hunt multi-ball. Tri-ball. She defeated the Great Gorilla. She definitely has enough diamonds right now for a lock. So she locks her first ball right now. Because she got her diamonds at the Great Gorilla, it means that it doesn't mean like she got like a lot of diamonds for her first lock, but it means you have to start all over again for your second lock.
Oh.
There's some diamonds. This
There you
will light her next lock for her.
Yep. It's going to be that left loop or that right inner kind of loop shot-ish, call it.
Oh, at least she's got her lock lit for her
Oh,
next
wow.
ball.
So that was a great ball there for Jackie. So this is it. This is Lonnie's playing for his tournament life right here.
He sure is, yeah.
He needs to pass Jackie or Jackie would win it in a walk-off. Fresh Batch Kid, neither. We are
In Linwood,
in Linwood, Washington.
just north of Seattle.
Yeah, what's Seattle? Never heard of it. We're at the Linwood Bowl and Skate in Linwood, Washington. I want to say big thanks to our venue host.
His question about are you in Seattle or in Vancouver, and somebody says, I
Oh.
think this is Washington, it still doesn't answer because we actually have a Vancouver here.
Not going to be enough, and Jackie Olson will continue her run in the 2023 Northwest Pinball Championships. Congratulations to both competitors. Well-fought game here on Congo, and Jackie is moving on, plunging it off in a walk-off. Congratulations to Jackie. And now, finally, round 2 is complete after double games on Congo. So we will await for the entry of the scores. Jermaine, tournament director, making his way over to Amy and Congo. And entering those scores on his tablet now. We'll see them populate here shortly.
So all these players that have moved on in this round, they will be joining the top 4.
They got to sleep in today. That's just messed up.
Do you really think they slept in?
No.
Like they got in. Like,
Maybe a little bit.
you know the time I got in here, right?
No?
Kaylee was here an hour before that already.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah, Carl D'Angelo.
They've been playing some high stakes
There
while
we
they've
go.
been waiting. There's
So-
no sleeping in during pinball tournament weekends.
No. Well, no. So there you go. There's your final standings for second round action.